In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in North Carolina and start your real estate career. We're also going to cover some key questions that you're going to want to ask when picking your first brokerage. And at the end of the video, we're going to cover the cost associated with getting licensed so you know exactly how much you need a budget to get started. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I want to offer you our free guide on how to get licensed and start your real estate career. Everything in this video, plus more, is inside that guide. So if you want your copy, click the link down below and get it today. I hope you enjoy it. By the way, before we get started, if you like the video and you get value from it, smash the like button. I appreciate it, and it definitely helps the channel grow. Thanks so much. Before we go into all the steps to get your license, you have to meet a couple basic requirements. The very first one is you must be 18 years old or older, you must be a US resident, and you have to have a high school diploma or a GED. The very first step to getting your real estate license is completing the state's real estate education requirements. In North Carolina, you're required to complete 75 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education classes. And yes, I know, 75 hours sounds like a ton of time to sit in a classroom, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job or a crazy busy work schedule. Because of this, we suggest you check out Calibri Real Estate School. They offer these classes online so you can do them at the flexibility of your own schedule. And the students really love the classes. So if you want to check them out, there's a affiliate link down below and you'll be able to find different sales and discounts that they usually have running on these classes. So we recommend you check them out. Once you complete your pre-licensed education classes, I would take some time to study because the truth is this test has a pretty high failure rate. And to avoid that, studying will help increase your odds of passing the exam. So I want to give you a couple basic tips that I would use if I was going to take this test again. The very first tip is to time block an hour or two every single day for at least a week or two to sit there, read the textbooks, read the material, read all the information you have, and try to retain as much as possible. The next tip would be finding a real estate study buddy. This is somebody that can help you go through this with you and hold you accountable to studying after you pass your real estate pre-licensed education classes. This is someone that you can maybe study together with, use flashcards together, quiz each other, and this can be somebody that holds you accountable and gives you a higher chance of success. Because the truth is, if you're doing this with a partner and you're having some fun while doing it and you're quizzing each other, you're going to retain a lot more information and that will increase the odds of you passing the actual exam. The next tip is to use a real estate study tool. This is actually how I passed my exam. So I didn't have a real estate study buddy and I found reading the textbooks a little boring. So I use Prep Agent. Prep Agent is a test-like simulation tool that will actually put you through very similar scenarios that you're going to what you're going to find in your actual real estate exam. And it will actually quiz you and it will tell you what you're getting wrong and what you're getting right. And it will explain why you're getting those questions wrong. So you learn at a much faster pace. And this gave me the confidence that I needed to go pass my exam. So if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down in the description below for that as well. And I found the tool very helpful. Once you feel confident to take your test, it's time to schedule. The exams in North Carolina are held with Pearson VUE. It's a third-party testing center, and this is where you're going to go to take your exam. To schedule, I would look at their website or give them a call, and you're going to want to give them at least 24 hours notice to make sure that they have something on their schedule that works for you so you can go in and take your exam. Now you're going to want to bring a couple things to the testing center on test day. The first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam, and you're going to want to bring 2 forms of identification to get into the testing center on test day. Once you sit down for your test, you're going to notice that the test is multiple choice and you have a couple hours to get this done. So don't rush because the majority of people that rush end up failing the exam and most people finish early. So don't rush to the exam, take your time. Make sure you read the questions at least twice before you submit your answer because some of the questions are set up kind of in a tricky way and they do this not to trick you, but they do it to make sure that you really know the material. And it's important that you read them a couple times before you submit your answer because so many people answer questions wrong that they actually know the right answer to because they're rushing through the exam. So take your time, you have plenty of time, and you're probably going to finish early even if you read each question multiple times. Once you're done with the actual test, when you walk out, you're going to find out if you passed or failed. If you failed, it's not the end of the world. retake the exam. You're going to have to pay another fee, but it doesn't mean you're going to be a bad real estate agent. A lot of top agents throughout the country failed their exam the first time around, and it's not a big deal. You just have to study harder and retake it. Now, if you passed, it's time to celebrate because a lot of people do fail this exam. So celebrate, pat yourself on the back, and give yourself some credit because this is a big accomplishment. The next step is completing your fingerprinting and background check. So in North Carolina, you're required to take a background check to make sure you don't have no felonies in your record or anything that would prevent you from getting your real estate license. The next step is finding the perfect sponsoring broker to hang your license with. In North Carolina, you're required to hang your license with a sponsoring broker, and finding one is pretty easy. That's the good news. Most brokerages will take you on because you're going to be 100% commission in most cases, and there's not much risk to take you on as a new agent. But it's very important that you ask certain questions to find the perfect brokerage for you because this business has a very high failure rate, and picking the wrong brokerage can decrease your odds of actually having success. So I'm going to give you a couple questions that I would ask when you're interviewing with brokers, and these questions will help you figure out what one's the right fit for you. The very first question is about mentorship. You want to ask what kind of mentorship program they have in place, and ideally, you want a mentor for the first 3 to 5 deals. Your first 3 to 5 deals are the hardest ones, and having someone that's been through it will save you a lot of frustration and a lot of stress. So having someone you have access to that has experience in the business to pick up the phone and call when you're going through situations that are challenging can be a total game changer, and it can help you get much further in your career, and it will help you avoid failure because that person can help you get through tough situations that you might have otherwise quit during. So having a mentor is super important. The next one is a training program. So you want to ask if they have a training program alongside with a mentor. So pairing a mentor with a training program is a very powerful thing because having a good mentor is one thing, but they're still probably out there selling real estate, and they might not be available to sit with you every single day to go through little things and little questions that you have. So having some kind of a system that you can follow on your own time can be a huge game changer. It can give you a much higher chance of success because the biggest thing is most agents don't really know what to do. So they get licensed, they come into the office, and they just don't know where to start. So having some kind of a system or some kind of a blueprint to follow can really help you get your career off the ground a lot quicker. The third question to ask is, how are you going to market your business? How are you going to get new clients, right? This is a very important question, and every broker is going to have a different answer for you. Some will tell you to contact your friends and family. Others will tell you to market and buy leads. Some others will tell you to prospect for clients using a system like RedX or Mojo Sells or Vulcan 7 or whatever. There's tons of different products out there. So you want to ask this question ahead of time, and you want to find out what the game plan is, because using SOI marketing might not work for you, or cold calling leads might not work for you. So you want to ask these questions ahead of time and decide which way you want to build your business so you can align yourself with the right person that can teach you how to do that. By the way, we are looking for partners in North Carolina. So if you are interested in partnering with me and Team Power Unit, definitely click the link down below to the Zoom call. I can jump on the call with you. You can ask me questions and you can see if it's a good fit, or maybe it's not, and I can point you in the right direction and maybe help you out and figure out what the right brokerage is for you. So I look forward to connecting with you, and we are looking for new partners in the area. Next step is submitting your license application. So you're going to want to take everything that you've done so far. So you're going to take your pre-license education classes, you're going to take your past real estate exam showing a passing score, and your past background check, and you're going to send it off with your real estate application to get your license. Once that comes back, you're going to be a fully licensed agent, and you get to hang that license with the sponsoring broker that you decided to go with, and you're licensed and you're ready to get your business off the ground. So it can be a really exciting thing. But before we wrap the video up, I do want to go over the cost associated with getting started and getting your license so you know exactly how much you need to budget. The very first thing to budget for is your pre-licensed education classes, and I would budget between $350 and $500 for these classes. The next thing to budget for is your background check and fingerprinting. I would budget between $50 and $100 to get this done. Next, you have your real estate exam fee. I would budget about $64 in North Carolina to get this done. Then you're going to have your license application fee, which is about another $100. After that, I would budget between $200 and $500 to get started with your first brokerage and get your E&O insurance. So all in all, getting licensed doesn't cost that much money, and it can open a door to a tremendous career and a tremendous business. So the hardest part is just getting started, getting through your pre-license education, and passing your exam. If you have questions, drop it in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you and help you out. And if you're getting licensed this year, drop that in the comment section below as well. I definitely want to hear from you. And if you like this kind of content for real estate entrepreneurs, smash the like button and subscribe, because we come out with useful content on a weekly basis for real estate entrepreneurs that are looking to grow their real estate empire. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.